it's your boy. We are coming back. Just setting everything up. I have not long come back from a birthday meal, so I am extremely disorganized, but we're here in Monza. Only 12 drivers today. People are taking some time out for the sun, I think. We've got a little bit of sun here in the UK. Yes, 12 drivers here in Monza. Short qualifying, 27 laps. This will be the quickest race on the calendar in terms of average speed of the drivers. As always, I'm joined by Kowalski, my co-commentator, who is trying from a different platform today. So if he leaves suddenly, it's because his laptop has melted. I need to turn stream mode back on Discord. There we are. So yeah, 12 drivers, Lee. So a bit of a short turnout. This should be a pretty brief race, I'd imagine. Monza, very, very quick. 3 DRS zones, a lot of overtaking. I think this is going to be another one of those where you see about 3 drivers floating in for a chance of the lead and changing positions, and it's whoever's going to be in second in the last lap is going to win it, which we've seen a lot this season, to be honest.
Yeah, we have, absolutely.
I am acquiring an alcoholic beverage because I've been driving and I wasn't allowed any at the meal. So I'm going for the neck oil today because it's actually quite nice. And we've got sun in the UK, which is a rarity, so we'll have a bit of beer. What I do hope is that we don't have any sun and we have a little bit of rain. That would be very exciting. And it's fucking beaming out in Monza, so this will be a pretty bog standard one. So, recap, we've got Rob leading the championship by an amount of points. We got Itachii, who won their first race in P0 and their second ever race, taking it from Tesco, look for revenge. Lugalis in the fight for the championship, of course. Musty, who had their podium ripped away cruelly by a penalty, so still after their first podium. And a warm welcome to our very own Pace Stewart here, who is returning back after an extended period away.
Yes, so this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to take a brief interim a second because I believe my food's just turned up.
Oh yeah, you go for it. We'll watch on board with Tesco as they start out. As always, we like to watch the first driver to go out. Tesco and Kev, both Mercs, like to go out quite early, don't they? Devereaux in the Williams has come out, as has Michelando in the Aston Martin, and that is Lucalis in the McLaren coming out at the moment. Chiv not joining us today because he is exceptionally drunk right now. Wrexham, I don't think he's a Wrexham supporter, but he's happy that Wrexham went up. As he lives nearby, and of course Liverpool winning the title today, absolutely disgusting. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Skarma coming out of the pits, and that is another. What is the car is that that's come out of the pits? That's Baz who's come out as well. Yes, that's right. So Rob Itachii, Pace, K-Pax, and Musty still in the pits. Of course, this is just one session here, short grid today. So this is the one. Qualifying. This will set the order of the grid as we watch. I think that is Musty coming out of the pits now, but we'll watch on board with Tesco as Tesco looks to set our first banker lap of the session through Parabolica, snatching a bit of his front right brake there as you squeeze the power through, and then it is just flat out here, shortest distance to the chicane. DRS open, going to be upwards of 218 miles an hour here as he enters the turn 1 chicane. Very tricky braking point here. Brake at about 75 meters. Does not use the curbs to rotate the car. Doesn't use a little bit on exit, leaving a little bit on the table as we go up through Curva Grande. Absolutely flat through here. Don't touch the curb as to not lose any speed. And we get into the clumsiest chicane on the course. Variante Alta, I believe it is called. There's a little bit of a bump on the inside here, so you don't want to touch it. You don't want to touch the gravel. Look how close the tyre is there as he swings it through Lesmo 1. The car looking very planted indeed, keeping it within the white lines as he navigates through Lesmo 2. Takes a lot of speed through there, a little bit of wiggle as he fights the car on exit. Second DRS zone here as he goes down into the Ascari chicane. This is where a lot of maps will be made or broken because of the track limits. Keeps it relatively tidy. Took a lot of curb there, but keeps it fine. Car not unsettled. Then he's got the final third. No, it's not a DRS zone. Excuse me, it's a non-DRS zone. As they go their way down into Parabolica, really late braking here. Throw the car in, get on power as soon as you can. Does not go near the white line because he's going to tuck right onto the inside. Take the shortest route to the line. Tesco crosses and sets a 1:19. 6-4. That's going to be Mika Lando crossing the line there, who I believe has invalidated Kev. Is he going to be his teammate? It's a 19-7. Very closely matched from the Mercedes. Devro will be the next car to cross line. What can the Williams driver do? It's a 1:20.6. Solid time from the Williams driver. Can Lucullus look to disrupt Tesco's place at the top? It's a 1:20.2. Lucullus has a bit more time on the table. Looking a little bit further down, checking in, Skarma is going to be the next one to cross the line. What can the VCARB driver do? It's a 1:20.8. Has got time on the table as well. Baz, can he go close with this Williams driver? It's a 1:21.2. So, a lot of drivers still yet to set representative times. Itachii is going to start his lap. Now I'm going to check in on Musty. Driver out for a little bit of, well, I say revenge here, but a bit of vindication. Given that he lost his podium, he's been after one for the last few races. He's been a very, very informed driver. What can the Alpine driver do in terms of his qualifying? Goes very close onto the exit there, carrying so much speed through Parabolica. Musty will cross the line and set. What is it going to be? It's a 1:20.3. Liam returns. Check it in. Rob is currently out on a lap. Itachii is out on a lap. Mika Lando is going again. I believe he might have invalidated. He is going to finish this lap, I think. Is he? Let's see. No, I think he's going to pit in here. I think he doesn't have enough fuel. So Mika Lando not setting a representative time. K-Pax is about to start his lap. I'm going to check in with the kick driver Itachii. Can he make it 2 wins in a row? Or can he get his first pole position here? I think I saw 2 drivers go quite close to each other. The Williams getting very friendly with each other, and will actually hold up Itachii ever so slightly here unless they can get out of the way. Clambering the curbs, the kick driver, as he looks to try and displace the Mercedes at the top. It's 5/10 clear from second to third here. It's a strong showing so far. So what can they do? Like, very confident throwing the car into Parabolica. The car looks absolutely planted from Itachii here. Again, shortest route to the line. It's a 1:19.8. Not close enough. Let's check in on Rob as he navigates his way towards the line. What can he do as Rob puts it P2? It's a 19.6, just 4/100ths away from Tesco, right at the top, splitting the Mercedes drivers. Rob out for blood. Let's see what K-Pax can do. The last driver on a representative lap as Pace does leave the pits. So, the first cards have been laid, Liam. Lucullus, a little bit off the pace, I think. He's got a bit more time in pocket. I think Skarma's got a bit more time in pocket as well. But the Mercedes, once again, looking very strong.
Yes. I mean, Tesco's been doing this now for the last 3-4 races. His pace in qualifying is absolutely phenomenal at the moment. So it's not really much of a surprise seeing him at the top of the board at the moment. Rob, again, he's always thereabouts as well. Seeing Luke down in 5th at the minute is very surprising to me.
Yeah, look at that.
He's got a very good time.
4/1000ths between Lucullus and K-Pax. They're former teammates, of course, in Mercedes. So Lucullus, I think, has got a bit more time. Pace, I'm going to stick on board with for the minute as he navigates through his way. I'm curious to see what Pace does here. He's been practicing a bit, I believe, but you know, he's a driver out. He's a driver out. Well, I say out of form, out of practice, really, isn't he? He's just, you know, started the season really, really well. Was close to getting his first win in Canada, and he's had to take a step back for real-life issues. So does he have enough to get back in the car and perform at the level that he was at before? We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, to be honest with you. I don't know what he's going to do. I am going to have a quick platform change while this is going through.
That's fine. I'll take over as Baz improves to a 1:20.5. The Williams driver improving on his time, still a little bit away from his teammate as Liam sorts himself out. There he goes as Pace goes around the Parabolica now. 1:10 on the clock. I think he's going to put himself right there at about P6, I think. Near enough K-Pax. Let's see what he can do, or if I got it wrong indeed. It's provisional pole from Pace. I was so wrong. Look at that, a 19.4 from the VCARB driver. Wow. That's a spectacular time. Well done indeed. So that's put the cat right amongst the pigeons. I'm talking here about, is he got enough? Has he got enough coming back after a gap? He sure does. Good lord, what a lap that is. Lucullus is starting his lap. Now let's see how he gets on as he looks to improve. Kev is out on a lap. Like, Tesco is just started a lap as well. So driver's looking to do 3 runs here, I think. Michelando is also out on a lap at the moment. I think he might be one of the first ones to cross the line. Devereaux invalidated last time I checked in on him, and Scarner's going to start now. You'll have to let me know when you are on your new platform for me to send you an invite, Lee, because I can't see it otherwise. That's fine. Just give me a shout. So, Lucalis navigating Lesmo 1. That leaves a lot of room on the curbs on the outside. Navigating Lesmo 2. Little bit of understeer. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. As he dumps a bit of battery going down into the Ascari chicane. Watch the top left of your picture. Is Tesco going to improve on his time? I think... Oh, no, that's going to be Kev starting a lap. I'm going to let Lucalis, as he navigates his way down to Parabolic, and let me just see. Tesco is starting his lap, or he didn't improve. We'll see how he gets on. Still a 19.6 for Tesco. Can Lucalis get a little bit more? He's used all of his battery now. He's got a tiny bit of deployment left. As Lucalis approaches the line, is he able to prove the time? It's a 19.6. It's a 19.61. He displaces Tesco, but look at that. He's still 0.2 off. As Kev, is he going to cross the line? It's P2 for Kev. It's a 19.5. But nobody can get near pace at the moment. My goodness me. Michelando did put a time down of a 19.7 in the midst of all of this. I'm just going to check in with Skarma, currently stone dead last at the moment. Can the VCARB driver go up near his teammate? It's P5. It's a 19.6 for him. Well, Musty is going to be the next one to start his lap time.
That invite.
Yes, Itachii is out on an outlap at the moment. Let me chuck it to you. There you go. Have I sent that to the right one? Have I sent that to... No, I need to...
You sent that to the wrong one.
You are offline, that's why.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, there we are.
I've got it. It's all good. We've
Right.
got it. We're coming.
Musty went into the pits then. Tesco invalidated. He's into the pits. So Itachii, one to watch here. P2, I believe he was, in the last race in Jeddah. He's going to encounter a little bit of traffic, is he? Nope, VCARB getting well out of the way there. That's Skarma, I think, just keeping out of the way. Let's see what the kick driver can do. So...
I need that invite again.
As...
I hear technical issues. Sorry, guys.
Okay, your EA friend is offline. It's only your Steam that's online.
Robert.
Oh, big lockup from Itachii there, and he's going to have a bit on the gravel as well. He'll have lost a bit of time there. Throws the car into Lesmo 1. Uses a bit more curb than Lucalis did. The yellow flag, I think, is just Skarma navigating his way back in. Pace is back out on an outlap. Pace is out on an outlap. He wants to go again. So, hungry to improve. He's actually behind Itachii at the moment, down at P8. K-Pax is also out on a lap. Itachii taking a lot of curb on the entry to Ascari, but leaving a lot on the inside. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Drivers will have time to go out and do another lap if they're on a lap right now. Williams and Devereaux and Musty in the Alpine are both out at the moment as well. Itachii, as he navigates the final corner, has he been able to find an improvement, and he puts it P2. It's a 19.46, 3/100ths behind Pace. My goodness me. Pace has got a point to prove as he starts his second attempt at improving his time. That's a staunching lap from Pace there. My goodness me. K-Pax pits unhappy with his lap time. So the drivers all sort of going over what they've got in the pits. I'm going to see if Liam is back on. You're still not online, Lee.
I love technical issues, guys. It's great.
I'll send you the invite because you're offline anyway, and it might just work. As we see, I'm just going to go back with Devereaux here, as he gets ready for his outlap. I think that might be... Who's that starting his lap now? It is Musty, I think it is. Musty starting his lap down in P11 at the moment. I'll go on the onboard here. Look at that, hard onto the brakes as he enters the turn 1, turn 2 chicane. Gets on throttle as soon as he dares. Gets on the battery as soon as he dares as well. As Musty goes through, I'm just going to check and see how Pace is doing, if he's able to improve on his time at all. He might have gotten a bit of a toe from Itachii there. He's a little bit on the grass and he's pitting. So Pace was unable to improve. We checked back in on Musty as he navigates Variante Alta. Seemed to do it quite well. How does he navigate Lesbo 1? Very tucked in nicely on the inside. Uses the exit curve where he needs. Through Lesbo 2, really important to get a good exit here. It's not too bad from Musty. You are back in, Lee. That's not on your Steam, is it? Or is that on your Xbox now?
On the Xbox, we are good to go.
There we are. So Pace on provisional pole. I'm watching Musty as he goes right now, and it tells me on the screen that it's a purple sector 2 from Musty. Is he going to put himself right into the conversation? We'll see. Both Williams are out on laps now at the moment. Kev also out. Look at Musty. He just throws the car in there. So confident. He touches the grass as well. So Musty, P11, as it stands, where can he put it now? It's P9, 19.8. Lost time somewhere. Musty's not going to be happy with that at all. We're going to check in on Devereaux. Devereaux has eased off. He's not happy at the moment.
There is a Williams around.
There's Williams around. That'll be
Baz.
Baz, who's in the gravel. His lap has just not gone to plan. He will have time to pit and go again. Kev is going to be the one to watch then at the moment. Kev is on his lap. He's invalidated, but he's got one more go. I think that's the Williams of Devereaux. Just keep it out of the way. Kev can throw in a couple of solid lap times. I think he's had a pole so far. Truthfully, I should know this as a commentator, but we'll see. K-Pax comes out of the pits. Now he wants to start his lap. I think drivers are going to be coming out fairly soon to start their final flying laps. But Kev wants to try and go all to himself. Devereaux into the pits. He might have time to come out again as it stands. We'll see. I think Baz will probably go into the pits as well. He does. And Kev invalidates on turn 1. Kev invalidates on turn 1. And I don't know if Kev's going to have time to go around again. He does have the fuel. Kev has the fuel to go around again. So don't write him off. He may very well be able to go again. Musty into the pits. He will be hard pressed.
Tesco is coming out on an out lap.
He is. Tesco. Itachii.
He's one of the first.
No, Itachii, look, is well ahead of him.
Oh,
Itachii, well into sector 2. He wants to put down a marker straight away. Can Pace improve on his time? Can Itachii? Look at that, 3/100 separating them. But yes, Kev, will be able to go again. K-Pax will be the first of our drivers to do their final flying lap. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left on the clock. I think drivers will start to come out very soon indeed. That's a V-car, but coming out of the garage right now. I wonder if we might see a couple of drivers sort of in the middle there. People like Skarma, maybe people like Michelando, maybe saving a pair of tyres. Softs are not too bad here as we see K-Pax start his lap. K-Pax down in P10 would dearly love to be a little bit higher than that. Will encounter his old teammate of Lucalis with a little bit of traffic going into the chicane there. Lucalis does not take the escape road, but I think he will get out of the way in time. Skarma is the V-Carb that managed to get out of the garage first. Lucalis choosing not to give his old teammate a tow. Pace has come out of the pits along with, I believe that will be Rob in the Aston Martin. It is. So Rob directly behind him. As we see Michelando also out on an out lap. Musty is coming out now as well. So what will they be able to do?
An eye on this lap from Kev. He is currently 1/10 up on his time.
Right, Tesco has started his lap. One to watch. This is going to go right down to the wire. K-Pax has had to navigate a little bit of traffic. He is from Lucalis. These two came very close to blows with each other in the last race, didn't they?
Yes. There's obviously a little bit of animosity between the two of them.
Kev's going to have a rotten bit of traffic there, isn't he? So, let's check in on K-Pax as he takes so much grass on the inside of Parabolica there. My goodness, watch Itachii also on a lap as well. And K-Pax is in the pits. He's abandoned. It's P10 at best for him. And Kev abandons. It's P3 at best for him. Excuse me.
I was not expecting that.
So Itachii will round the corner now. Can he displace Pace on provisional pole? He's used all his battery. He's put everything in the tank. Itachii goes on provisional pole. It's a 19-2 from Itachii. Watch Tesco, though. He's got one more corner to go. Can he put himself on pole? He knows that he's been on there before. He's taken a lot of grass on the inside of Parabolica. That'll lost him in oodles of time. Tesco is going to cross the line, and it's P2 at best for him. It's a P4 for him. Musty has taken the flag in P9, did not get around in time. So Pace, what has he
Garmer
got?
is abandoned.
Skarma is abandoned.
Garmer's P6 at best. Lucullus is coming around.
Right, Lucullus will cross the line
What's
as well.
get-
We'll see what Pace does. Pace is on a lap, as are the Aston Martins. Don't count out Rob either.
Lucullus has apparently set purple sector 2.
Lucullus, we know he's pretty strong here, isn't he? He's pretty strong around Monza. So, Lucullus, what can he do? It'll be Michelangelo to cross the line next. Can Lucullus disrupt the kick driver from his first ever pole position here in P0? It's P4 at best for Lucullus. Michelangelo is going to be the next to cross the line. It's P8 for Michelangelo. What can Pace do here? He's going to get a little bit of a tow from the Aston Martin of Rob. Rob goes to P4. Pace, though, goes on pole position.
Pole.
Pace on pole position. Look at it. He's back. He's back after how many races away? And he sent down a marker. Itachii won his first race. Tesco's been on a string of poles. Rob has won so many races. Pace comes back and says, I want this. It's a 19-1 from Pace. Brilliant lap. And I tell you what, the man who stole his win away from him in Canada, Rob, was the one that gave him a tow all the way around that lap. Poetic. Pace on pole position. It's like he never left.
Fantastic comeback for him in qualifying so far, but look at that top 6.
I was going to say,
look at the drivers in that top 6.
Pace.
And they are all race winning potential. Every single one in that top 6 can win this race.
Pace,
without a doubt.
A driver who has been chasing his first win for so many races in P0, could not have picked a worse track with a hard enough grid to chase his first win. That is a menacing rearview mirror, isn't it? My goodness me.
Well, unbelievable. I mean, okay, Musty's down in 9th, right? He's normally up there, but he's good when it comes to recovery drives, let's be honest. He loves a challenge for I don't know what reason, but he does.
He does have a bit of bad
And then
luck, doesn't he?
From 1st to 6th, every single one of those drivers are a race-winning contender, without a doubt. Every single one of those drivers from 1st to 6th are fast, competitive, highly skilled, love overtakes. Any one of those could come out of the first lap in first. Every single one of them.
100% indeed. Well, to put it this way, from 2nd down to 8th. So Itachii, Tesco, Rob Lucullus, Kev, Skarma, Michelangelo, and K-Pax are all race winners here in P0. Musty chasing his first podium. Devereaux and Baz, also 2 Williams driver, cannot rule them out at all. Drivers who have definitely shown up in the upper points. Baz scored a P6 this season as well. And of course, Pace, many a podiums, still chasing his first win. Well, this is going to be mighty exciting indeed.
Out of all the drivers who could have turned up, this couldn't be a more higher skilled competitive race than what it is. Every single one of these drivers, okay, the Williams aren't exactly race winning contenders, but they've come up with their highest race.
Yeah, they're very solid drivers indeed. Does not need to be in the contention for a win to be considered a good driver by any stretch of the imagination.
No. They are definitely ones who can cause an upset, getting, we've seen them, like you said, finish 6th, finish 7th, and they do seem to continually be getting better and better and better. The race finishes getting better and better and better.
I tell you what,
so,
I was just thinking, sorry to interrupt, but we speak about Pace looking for his first race win with this group behind him. I tell you, if Pace is good at one thing really, really, really well, he's excellent at race management, tyres, fuel, battery, everything about the car. He is an absolute expert at it. And at a track where battery is the most important, he will thrive here.
Now, I gotta be honest, in this situation, I personally think Pace is very much going to be looking to do what Piastri does, in the sense of he's starting on first, get out the first corner, he's going to have a lot of clean air, and let's be honest, his race pace isn't exactly slow. let's be fair. He's a quick race pace driver. He could and has the potential to, as long as he gets out to the first corner unscathed, he has the potential to just literally run away with it.
Put it this
from
way.
the offset.
If Pace can get a first lap well enough that he breaks the DRS, and Itachii and Tesco, two drivers... Well, Tesco, if you remember, was incandescent at losing the Jenna race. The safety car very much was a contributing factor there, because Tesco was 8-10 seconds clear before the safety car and put him under risk from Itachii. So Tesco is going to want to have a point to prove to Itachii. If Pace can break clear, and those two start fighting with Rob and Nicholas behind them, Pace just drives away.
Pace? Yeah, 100%. Pace's race pace is... That's like a tongue twister. I gotta be honest. In the condition I'm in today, that's a tongue twister. But Pace, like you said, he's good race management. He's good with his strategy. He's good with his battery. All he's got to do is get a good start, good to exit to the first corner, get through sector 1, and Pace could quite literally run away.
I think he's going to need a little bit of luck here. I think he's going to really need the people behind him to start fighting.
Itachi's a bit of a wild card, as we saw last race. Phenomenal race from himself.
Very new as well. An unknown quantity.
Yes. Tesco loves a time penalty on a track that is very susceptible to time penalties. Rob and Luke are pretty much Mr. Consistent.
I tell you what, Lee. Pace does love a time penalty as well. He does.
Yes.
He does. Look, I love the boy. I've known him for years, but he does love a time penalty. As they line up, just very quickly, just to point out, everybody's starting on the mediums with the exception of Devereaux on the hards.
I love it. I love these William drivers and their strategies. I absolutely love them. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but at least they got the balls to go for it, and I love it.
Right.
I think it's fantastic.
Here we go, Lee. Look at this. Green flags waving. 12 drivers in for a race
Why is
here.
Pash grayed out?
75% of the grid are race winners. What is going to happen in turn 1? He's not for me. There we go. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red flags here. And we are go in Monza. Pace gets a very good start indeed. Cuts across Itachii there. Tesco, I think, has lost an oodles on position. He's down to P6. Look at that. Rob up to P3 there. Pace leads into turn 1. That's Kev going wildly down the inside. Do you see that? My goodness, Kev there. Getting ahead of his teammate Lucas. There is a car off in the background. I think that is Devereaux off the top of my head. And no, I think it was one of the Williams coming together. Michelando's lost a few places. He's down there in P10. K-Pack's up to P7. We know he can start pretty well indeed, can't he? Look at that big lockup from Tesco going into the chicane. But Pace is starting to run away with it just ever so slightly. Lucas down the inside.
This is going to be an interesting fact. Tesco has already broke the DRS.
Wow, look at that. Well, yeah, Lucas went down the inside of Kev, going down into the first Lesmo. It's going to put Lucas massively under pressure. But yeah, Itachii not letting this one go. We are going to have an absolute train of cars here. Doesn't matter who leads in turn 1 here. We know how powerful the battery is. But Lucas has really shot himself in the foot there by making a move onto Kev where he did.
Let's be honest. I think Lucas, all that was in his mind wasn't first or second or third or fourth. In his mind was, get Kev behind me.
Look at that.
That was all that was in Lucas's mind.
So Itachii really putting the pressure on Tesco, really putting the pressure on. We are going to see a swap for the lead here. Straight away, Itachii going down the inside of Pace. Big snap from there. Though he's had to react there, so Rob's been able to defend from Tesco, and Lucas defends from Kev in the background. Look at that, Kev going side by side, is he? No, Lucas just ever so slightly pulling on ahead. So Itachii will now try to be the one to run away with it. But the big snap from Itachii there put him massively under pressure from Rob, who's able to defend against Tesco. So, big lockup in the front there as Skarma and Michelando trading positions. But watch this battle between Lucas and Kev. That battle is not over by any stretch. Pace now.
By no chance.
Pace very much in the management system. DRS is on now, and it will just pull this train ever so much further away from Lucas and Kev. So...
Bear in mind, K-Pax is right on the back of Kev going through here at the minute.
He is indeed. Well, it benefits
and
Lucas.
Musty is on the back of K-Pax, so there's going to be a battle of 4 positions now.
Yeah, look at that.
By
So
far.
it benefits Lucalis to back them up a little bit into Kev back into K-Pax, doesn't it? So to try and help him pull away. The biggest thing about here this track is breaking DRS, isn't it? So let's have a look. Is Pace going to go and make a move on Itachii going down into turn 1? I tell you what, he's got the DRS on, and he is going to make the pass in the background. Tesco does make the pass, and Kev makes the pass on Lucalis, and we are going to see this happen almost every lap, aren't we? Big lockup from Kev as he goes into turn 1 there, but again, these two, watch this pace. So Pace re-overtaking Itachii. Rob... no, Rob was not passed by Tesco, excuse me. I thought he had been. Rob doing very well to defend there. We know he's a very good defensive driver, Rob. Tesco frustrated in P4, no doubt about it. So Lucalis hounding the back of that Mercedes car. Kev, and I tell you what, K-Pax and Musty have actually going to very slowly introduce Michelando into this battle, and Skarma, Baz, and Devereaux. So we are going to have a situation here where 1st through 4th are in a DRS train, and then 5th through 12th are in a DRS train. That's the way things are going, isn't it? My goodness me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, top
now
of
this
your
is going to be
picture.
There's going to be a lot of frustrated drivers out here today, I think.
Yeah, its time penalties are going to be a big contributing factor here, I tell you that. Yeah. I'm just going to watch in the background. I thought Musty was thinking about making a move down the inside of K-Pax into Parabolica. Musty very close to making a move here, but we've got to go up to the top of your screen as we're going to see another swap for the lead. Pace setting the fastest lap, but Itachii in the DRS will re-overtake the VCARB driver. Everybody at the front 4, they're recharging their batteries because they know, oh, look, this Pace is going to try and fight that, is he? Oh, Rob's got into the back of him. Yeah, Rob's just gone into the back of him. I think he's managed to get away with it as Lucalis repasses Kev in the background. Musty not able to make the move. Skarma did make the pass on Michelando, which has actually pulled him away from that middle DRS zone. So, let's see. K-Pax maybe thinking about a move on Kev. Not close enough. Knows he's under pressure from Musty behind.
Guarantee you, Lucalis is begging for K-Pax to make that move and get Kev away and as far away as possible from him.
It benefits Lucalis.
Oh, they're going side by side. Oh, K-Pax backs out. Oh, he's gone for the swat.
K-Pax has made the pass, and
Musty's
has
made
the pass on Kev. Look at that. So Kev has gotten all our sorts there, and he's gone down into P8. So massive there.
And Lucalis will now have the biggest smile on his face.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do to catch up to that battle, though. But don't count Kev out. He is a very quick driver. It's this lovely, gorgeous overview here. Tesco potentially going to make the move, going to try to make the move stuck on Rob. He's waiting to make the move. He's not trying to force it. And I think Pace and Itachii are probably going to swap. Again, we're going to see that quite a lot. I'm just watching here as Tesco gets into the DRS. No driver in the front 4 really wanting to use their battery. As we look at the top of your picture, Pace goes around the outside of Itachii. Very brave move from him there to go back up into the lead. Kev not able to make a move at the top there. Michelando goes down the inside of Skarma, and Kev has picked up a 3-second time penalty for too many track cuts. And Musty has actually fallen out. So something's happened there. Musty and Kev have now fallen off of the train between Lucalis and K-Pax, and they're now right up there with Michelando and Skarma. So something happened into turn 1 there. Maybe K-Pax, maybe Kev just overshooting his braking zone ever so slightly, collecting Musty. They've been fallen out of the DRS with Lucalis and K-Pax. So watch that space. These two are going to work together to try and get onto the top of this battle. But look at it. I mean, Pace and Itachii trading basically every lap. As it stands. The drivers in their Headley will be doing a little bit of math here. If Pace and Itachii remain first and second, whoever is in second is going to be the one to be second in the last lap. What have you spotted?
I have spotted the time second penalty for Kev for corner cutting.
I did call that, yes. So
and K-Pax and Tesco both been warned in the same lap for corner cutting.
Ooh, okay, right. So as we're just watching with Tesco here, thinking about making the move, Itachii is going to go down the inside of Pace once again. Rob looking to defend very well. Pace has had to take the escape road. What's happened there?
Oh, dear.
So Pace has managed to take the escape road. Where is Pace here? Look at that. He's gone all the way down to P4. Disaster for him. It's dropped him out of the DRS, put him right in danger from Lucalis. So, does something happen with him and Itachii there? Did Itachii move over?
As I not fully sure. I'm sure it's something the stewards are definitely going to have to look at the end of the race.
Looked
But
to me like he either outbroke himself and touched the grass, or he got squeezed. Oh my God, Tesco with a big snap of oversteer there. He got squeezed by the kick driver. So, one to watch.
yeah, I'm not too sure what to comment on that one. I'm going to leave that one up to the stewards, but definitely both drivers looked very discomforted going into turn 1 in their braking zone, should I say.
Well, this will really help Lucalis here. Pace, very quick driver. If he is quick enough to get back onto this train, especially with Itachii, Rob, and Tesco all managing their battery, that brings Lucalis and K-Pax right into it.
It does.
So,
absolutely.
Pace has knocked a 10th off of them. Let's see if he can defend against Lucalis as well. As we see Rob sitting in the tow with Itachii, Tesco sitting in the tow, and no one really wanting to make a move. Pace able to defend away from Lucalis there. K-Pax just maintaining his position as well, not looking to do anything silly. Kev makes the pass on Musty going into the chicane up to P7. It's got a lot of work to do. He's going to be right under pressure as we see the Williams trade in turn 1 there. Those two always love a good battle together, don't they? Never win pairs, always very respectful of each other. Musty in the tow of Kev here. I don't think he's going to make a move into Variante Alta, and Kev up into P7. So, Pace, Lucalis is very close to losing DRS from Pace here. In fact, as they go through the Lesmos, I wonder if Lucalis has lost DRS as we see. No, he's gained it. Very close from Lucalis there to losing it. That would have been disastrous. So, Itachii, an unknown quantity. Rob, very consistent driver. Does not need to make any mistakes given his lead in the championship. Tesco, very quick driver who is capable of time penalties. I don't know who's going to win this one. Pace, though, not really able to make a lot of inroads on their time. No. Has the opportunity gone from Pace as we see Rob snaking very wide there. He's actually massively under pressure from the Williams driver here. The Williams driver is going to use a little bit of his battery. Tesco turns on his DRS. Rob is going to look to make the pass on Itachii to try and defend this one. They're side by side. Look at that. Rob does not want to let this one go. Tesco goes down the inside. Rob is going to defend the inside of the exit. They're still side by side.
Tesco's got a great exit through there.
Look at that. Tesco up from P3 to P1. Itachii, you can see Itachii wasn't using his battery at all, and he just got past like he was driving an F2 car. Look at that. Is Rob going to look down the inside of Variante Alta? He doesn't. So Itachii has got a lot of work to do. Pace still defending.
Had visions. Severe flashbacks to Hamilton and Verstappen on that corner as they were going side by side, but they took it perfectly.
Very clean.
Great
Look how aggressive the recharge is on Tesco there. He used so much of his battery to make the pass there. Rob, is he going to make a move around the outside of the Mercedes
Itachii going to go as well? No.
He's not. Itachi's the smarter driver here because they know the pit straight's coming up, don't they? So Rob is now your new race leader. Musty repasses Kev, going down into Ascari. Look at that. So Kev having a torrid time as
K-Pax has gone round
Lucalis. Yes. K-Pax has said, I'm done following you. I want to lead. And look at that, they're out of DRS. They're out of DRS from Pace. So, at the top of your screen, Itachii, very close to making a move there. I want to check, though.
Pace is back in the DRS
Lucalis
at the front three.
Lucalis pits. Lucalis pits as Itachii passes Tesco and Itachii passes Rob. Tesco's going to go down the inside of Rob, and it's almost like a randomizer as to which one they are. And Tesco picks up a 3-second time penalty.
There it is.
He cut too much of the inside curve. Pace is right back.
And that's brought Paces back into it.
Yes, and he will be happy indeed. So yes, Lucalis in the pits and Skarma in the pits, going on the hards early. Interesting indeed. The pit window is about lap 12 here as Rob takes a lot of gravel there. Pace is going to have to be patient here. He doesn't have K-Pax behind him to worry about. He knows Lucalis is pit early, so does he react to that? We'll have to see. But I mean, look at these three. I mean, Itachii, Tesco, and Rob. It's like one of them decides to use their battery, and it's like they're driving a different car. It's remarkable. So look at that. Tesco goes down the inside of Itachii into Ascari. My goodness. So Tesco knows he's got a 3-second time penalty. Knows he's going to have to do something a little bit different. Skarma, the next driver, to pick up a 3-second time penalty. I'm going to watch Pace's onboard here as look at the drivers here. No driver wants to be the first one to go across the detection zone. Everybody almost letting off the throttle there. Itachii goes around the outside of Tesco's at Parabolica as Rob pits. Rob in the pits, reacting to Lucas. Itachii will repass Tesco. Will he indeed? No, Tesco's fighting this one. Tesco uses a bit of battery to go back down the inside of turn 1. Kev and Michelando also pit.
Big lockup from Itachii there.
So, big lockup. But Tesco defends that one into turn 1. Pace is right up there. I want to check in with Lucas a second.
Wow.
So, is Lucas going to come out ahead? I tell you what, Lee. Lucas does not come out ahead of Rob, but he's gained a lot of time on the Aston Martin.
So I'm just looking through the instance report at the moment. Lucas and Musty both picking up track limits in lap 8. Rob has picked up 2 track limits in lap 9.
Oh, he's at risk. He's massively at risk.
He is, very much.
So,
and Skarma, even though getting his time penalty, has picked up another warning for track limits.
Both Williams drivers also carrying time penalties as well. Now, Lucas has come out just 1.5 seconds behind Rob and gaining on the fresher hard tyre. The undercut, very powerful here. If you remember, Lucas was, must be the best part of about 5 seconds behind there or thereabouts. If Pace is smart, he pits now. Does he? Does he pit now? We'll see. Tesco and Itachii, these two trading blows. Tesco pits, Pace stays out. So Pace going long with Itachii. Very interesting indeed. K-Pax in the pits as well. So I want to check in with Lucas and Rob here. Where do they come out in relation to Tesco's? This is going to be the question. Baz also in the pits, getting rid of the medium tyres.
It's going to be close.
So,
it's going to be very close.
Lucas does not get DRS. Look at that at the top of your picture. That is Rob passing Tesco. So Rob passes Tesco, but Lucas is right in this battle. Look at this. Lucas was nowhere near the DRS zones for these drivers, and he's right there with them. So Lucas gone early. Will he regret it? Will he regret it? Will his tyres be too worn at the end?
Now, this is going to be very interesting between these two front runners because obviously they are, let's be honest, with the pace that they're carrying at the minute, these two are your provisional race winners.
I don't know, mind. I tell you what, I think they have been undercut. I think Rob, Tesco, and Lucas have undercut them. If my math is right, Lee, they will come out either in the middle or behind this train, which puts Rob in the best position to win.
Fresher tyres on a track that likes to chew. Pace dives into the pits.
Itachii stays out. Itachii going very long here. Interesting indeed. So, Tesco, Rob, and Lucas, as Musty also goes into the pits. I think Pace is going to come out behind Lucas here. That would be, especially because Lucas is going to get DRS from this battle here. Tesco's going to look to make the move on Rob. As they go through the pits, now Pace is still leaving the pits. There he is. Pace comes out behind Lucas. So, has Pace made a mistake by pitting too late? He's in the DRS battle, so it's not completely over. Tesco does make the pass on Rob, but Lucas is at a brilliant position here. So Tesco with a 3-second time penalty. Rob is 1 warning away from a 3-second time penalty. Lucas is ahead of Pace on track, and Itachii will come out behind these drivers. Lucas is in a very solid position indeed. We know he's good at strategy, don't we? We know he's good at strategy.
Again, the two, Luke and Rob, they are Mr. Consistent. That's what they do. They are consistent. Now, Rob's having a little bit of a tough time with track limits, which is quite unusual for him, let's be fair. Itachi's going into the pits just to cut
he doesn't have a choice there. I'm curious to see why he comes out.
You know, those two drivers are consistent. They keep themselves out of trouble as much as they can. They stick to their strategy, and it works.
Speaking of strategy, I just want to give a quick shout out to our new race leader, Devereaux, in the Williams. The only driver on the alternative
He's going to
strategy.
have so much. That's further than nosebleed territory. That is
Oh no, you'll have that
Unreal.
screenshot. There we are. Itachii comes out of the pits, by the way, 2 seconds behind this train. Has Itachii made a mistake? We will have to see. Tesco still leads from Rob, from Lucas, from Pace. Rob is actually your net race leader as it stands, unless he picks up a time penalty. Kev here, though, he's going to recover up to P7. He's put a bit of a gap between him and Musty. Excuse me, Musty's actually fallen behind Skarma and Michelando's battle, as Pace just collected a lot of grass there. Would have lost him a bit of time. Pace managing his battery very well. I'm just having a look here. Tesco at about 60% battery, Rob at 100, Lucas at about 60, and Pace at 100. So you can see the drivers and how they're managing their batteries. Itachii is actually falling away from this battle lead. So Itachii was in for a chance of winning this race. Has he made a pig's meal of this? We'll have to see.
Might be struggling on those cold, hard tyres. Obviously, it's not the easiest tyre to bring to life.
Well, let's have a look.
Very wide through there.
Having a look. Pace setting the fastest lap of the race. Pace is looking to make the move on Lucas. Pace goes down the inside of the McLaren driver. The McLaren driver tries to stick it around the outside. Nothing doing. Pace has gone wide of the apex ever so slightly. He's going to defend this through Curva Grande and stay within the DRS zone of Tesco and Rob up ahead. Tesco defending his position. Pace ahead of Lucas. So Pace on point for a net P2 as it stands, unless Rob picks up another time penalty. That was a big move for Pace there.
It was. Just an update on the incident. Lap 12, Pace did pick up a track limit warning.
I saw him do it at turn 1.
As did K-Pax and Musty. So
if any one of these 4 don't pick up a time penalty, they will be the race winner, unless Itachii can come right into this. I mean, these drivers are fighting now, right? Maintaining their battery, trying to defend. Itachii is falling away still ever so slightly, but not back close enough, as Lucas is going to look to try and remake the pass on Pace, is he? No. Lucas knows that the detection zone is, so Pace will get a dose of DRS from Rob, but Lucas needs to make that pass again. Michelando is the next driver to pick up a 3-second time penalty. Lucas, is he going to try and make the move on Pace? Here, DRS open for the McLaren driver. At the top of your screen, Rob biting at the back of Tesco. There's knows that Tesco has the time penalty. I trust Rob to be a driver to not pick up another warning, though. He is genuinely that consistent. Musty there at the top of your screen, repassing Skarma up to P9. 2.5 seconds between him and Kev. Those two were fighting for a little bit. Kev kind of in no man's land. K-Pax kind of in no man's land. Itachii as well. So, Lee, this is it as it stands. Devereaux is in P1, still yet to pit. Tesco leads with a 3-second time penalty. Rob in P3, Pace in P4, Lucas in P5. All those 3 drivers are very close to picking up a time penalty of their own. And Itachii has gained by, what is that? That's almost 6/10 gain from Itachii there. Do not write off this driver. He can be right in the mix here.
It's going to be a very interesting race. Someone's gone off. Rob's gone off.
Rob's off! Rob's off at Ascari. The camera didn't catch it. Rob's falling into P6. I was watching through Ascari there. I saw Pace make the pass. Rob, I think, dropped it in Ascari. I think he took too much curb. And as it stands, the fight for race winner as K-Pax makes the pass on Rob going down into Parabolica. It'll be between Pace and Lucas for who will win this race.
Well, I think Pace will be a little bit relieved going through it, especially after the last time they were 1 and 2, so it's going to be interesting.
So Rob
Itachii has lost Pace.
He has. Rob has re-overtaken K-Pax. K-Pax didn't make that mistake. Now, Pace's best interest is to overtake Tesco and defend it, because Tesco has the penalty and it puts a car between him and Lucas. Because if Lucas makes a move on him on the last lap, then there's not a lot Pace will be able to do. This is going to go right down to the wire as Rob picks up a 3-second time penalty. And then there were 3. Bear in mind, Pace and Lucas don't have a time penalty yet. We know they're both close, but Itachii is within a 3-second window of Lucas, and very close to a 3-second window for Pace as well. So do not count out Itachii. If Lucas and Pace both pick up time penalties, Itachii will be right in
Oh,
this.
this is going to be
Tell me,
very touchy.
you can have a look. Tell me, how many warnings do Pace, Lucullus, and Itachii have? I want to figure out who is the closest to picking up a time penalty. As we stay on board with Pace here, K-Pax re-overtakes Rob going down into Parabolica. We know Rob is a fan of playing with the detection zone there. Pace, though, is he going to try and make a move around the outside of Tesco? He's very confident on the brakes. Not a lot that he can do there. Doesn't want to put himself under pressure from Lucullus. So Pace nibbling a little bit of grass on the exit of turn 2 there. Tesco not wanting to let this one go because Tesco knows that those two drivers will be close to picking up a time penalty as well. And if all of them get time penalties, Tesco is in the net race lead. So watch this space. It's not over for Tesco. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. In the back of your grid here, Michelando makes the pass on Scam on the exit through the turn 1 chicane. Will start to fight with Musty, who has been making inroads on Kev. That gap has come down by about 7/10, so don't write that one off just yet. Rob did repass K-Pax. At the top of your screen, Pace has made the overtake on Tesco. Critical overtake here into the Ascari chicane, but he will not have any DRS going on to the pit straight. Lucullus might see this as an opportunity to overtake both drivers. Has Pace made the overtake too early? We'll have to see if Lucullus can pass them both. Pace, we know, is very good at his race management. Tesco is going to try and fight this one back. I think Lucullus sits right on the back of this picture. This is key here. Tesco is gaining on Pace. Is he going to make a move? There's a bit of recharge on the Mercedes driver there. He's dumping a little bit of battery. Tesco is going to re-overtake Pace down into turn 1. Lucullus not close enough to make a move. Tesco goes wide of the apex, just defends it. Pace is really hesitant on throttle there. Rob and K-Pax fighting going into turn 1 here. K-Pax not able to stick it around the outside. Michelando fighting with Musty there as he overtakes Musty into turn 1.
I just want to chime in here with these three fighting, and let's be honest, Pace is going to be frustrated at Tesco fighting purely on the fact of the 3-second time penalty. He's obviously slowing Pace down, but it is slowly bringing Itachii into this fight. He's now below 2-second mark as it stands.
So do you have any update on the amount of warnings?
I will go in. I did have a quick look. As far as I'd seen, there's been nothing since Rob's time penalty. No, nothing since Rob's time penalty. A lot of drivers keeping it neat and tidy now.
I think what I want to know is how many warnings does Pace have before he gets a penalty? Same with Lucullus. I think they both have had 2 warnings. I don't know how many Itachii has had. Tesco is obviously already carrying a penalty as well. As we start lap 19.
Only had 1.
Right.
Pace has had 2.
Right, and Itachii as well, who was obviously at this battle. So Lucullus looking a little bit better placed as we see Pace look to go down the inside of Tesco. And Pace defends that one. Lucullus taking a lot of curb there. He must have picked up a warning for that one, but it's put him massively on the back foot on acceleration. Tesco's going to try and fight this one, as Tesco is going to go around.
Nearly in DRS.
But look at this. Tesco's going around the outside of Pace into Curva Grande. What a move this would be. Is Pace going to make this one? Pace is going to fight this one around the outside. Tesco makes the move. That's a brilliant move. But Lucullus was out of DRS, but is now back in it because of that fighting between Tesco and Pace. And Itachii is right in this. So, my goodness me, Lucullus taking a lot of curb there. This is
going to spice up.
This is going to get very interesting indeed. Look how much closer Lucullus was there. Luck now, on his side.
You've also got to remember, Itachii's on the fresher tyres. He's not shy of an overtake, and he has good pace. This is going to put all 3 of them under pressure, because Itachii could very well take this from underneath the one, especially with Pace being on 2 warnings, Luke only on 1 as it stands. Tesco's on a 3-second time penalty, so he's more or less out of the podium now.
I tell you what, Lee, Lucullus was really struggling on throttle there. As
Legend
Pace
of the Williams has pet.
He has indeed, yes. Pace repasses Tesco there. Itachii not close enough to make a move on Lucullus. But Lucullus, on the exit of Ascari, Lucullus, the car did not look very comfortable on acceleration. The back of your screen there, Michelando repassing Musty. These two are having a great battle with Skama involved again. Again, getting ever so closer to Kev, but Kev is getting a lot closer to K-Pax as well. Rob defending from him very well. Devereaux pick up a 3-second time penalty. Will not do him any good, but he's on fresh rubber, so we'll see what he can do versus his teammate. Itachii so much more confident than Lucas in the middle sector, but there's not a lot he can do with a big fat McLaren in front of him. So, lap 20 of 27. Whoever is behind Tesco, if Tesco leads, whoever's behind Tesco wants to be behind him at the start of lap 27. I mean, there's some fierce, literally sitting a math exam here, trying to figure out which lap you want to be the overtaking car on, because it's so impossible to defend here. Excuse me. Tesco just nibbling at the back of pace there. We know drivers don't want to make a move into Parabolica, but drivers are so hesitant on the throttle, aren't they? Because, you know, we know how powerful it is. Lucas, it might be forced to make a move here because Itachii sets the fastest lap, goes around the outside, and the McLaren driver still carries on the button. Is he going to make a move down on the inside of Pace? He decides not to do it. But Pace has a very different threat in his mirrors. Itachii on the fresher tyre is now fighting with Pace. As it stands, we have, what is that? There's 6 or 7 laps left. Tesco carrying the 3-second time penalty. As it stands, no other driver in this battle is. This is going to be... I have no idea who could win this. It's going to be one of Pace, Itachii, or Lucas. Unless all of them pick up a time penalty and then Tesco wins it. How remarkable would that be? I mean, Lucas, very good. So Lucas is at full battery. Itachi's at about 60%. Pace is at about 80%. Tesco at about 70%. All drivers here being very sensible on their battery regen. K-Pax, again, making the move on Rob. Those two having a good old battle as they go into the Ascari chicane, bringing Kev closer to them even more. It benefits Pace here to be the one behind Tesco for the time being because he gets the DRS. He doesn't really want to pass Tesco unless he has to defend from Itachii making a move. Speaking of, the kick driver getting that much closer, but Lucas is that much closer to him. But Itachii, is he going to dump his battery? I don't think he is. Pace is going to make the move back on the Mercedes driver. These two swap once again. Itachii waits. Nothing doing. Lucas there in the background as Rob will repass K-Pax going into the first chicane. Lucas is still ahead of Rob as it stands. Not going to be enough to make a significant indent on the championship. But Lucas would be happy to pick up a podium here, especially where he qualified. I mean, looking here, that's... yeah, it's up 1 position from him. K-Pax up 4 positions as well. If it continues, he'll actually inherit the position for Rob with the time penalty as well. So...
Good result. Good result.
We'll have to see. A lot of drivers in contention for driver of the day there. I'm thinking of K-Pax. I'm thinking of Itachii. And if Pace wins it, it's got to go to Pace, doesn't it? Look at this. Itachii is going to make the move on Tesco, going around the outside, down into the Ascari chicane. Itachii says, get out of the way, it's Pace! Picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and it just does not seem to work out for this V-Carb driver, does it? It just can't ever go his way.
Oh, Tesco looks on the inside
of Parabolica. That's an insane place to make a move. It's not going to happen. Itachii will now look to make the pass on the V-Carb driver, who is now fighting with Tesco for position. Itachii, is he going to make the move?
Tesco is in fact going to go.
Yeah, Itachii decides not to make the pass. So Tesco repasses him, but of course Itachii knows he doesn't need to pass Pace. He just needs to be ahead of Lucas. That's all he needs to be. So Pace and Tesco are fighting for position. Itachii just needs to stay behind them and ahead of Lucas.
Yeah, those two drivers.
Look at this, Tesco going down the inside of the Variant. No, Pace defends it on the outside. Sorry to cut you off. That was a remarkable move there. So
they are fighting now for 3rd and 4th.
They are indeed. So, but remember, Itachii and Lucas not without getting a time penalty. Pace and Tesco have to assume that Itachii and Lucas are capable of picking up time penalties. I tell you what, Lucas probably wouldn't be too unhappy with a P2 here, but will Itachii try and push too hard? He won last week in Jeddah. Is he going to try and win again? So... Rob is just falling that much further back, isn't he? But you know, having a grand old battle with K-Pax there. Michelando looks to have potentially defended his position. Skarma, the next driver, to pick up a 3-second time penalty. But I saw Pace do it, Lee. I saw him do it. He went into Ascari just slightly too hot. Itachii looks like he's going to try and make the pass on Tesco here. Put a bit of a buffer between him and Lucalis. These two drivers going side by side. Tesco is not going to let this one go. They bump wheels ever so slightly. There was a bit of a wobble from the kick driver there. Tesco defends his P2. Now, Lucalis on the oldest hard tyres here. You can see the difficulty Lucalis has trying to get traction out of the first chicane. He loses about 4/10 on the cars ahead of him. He's going to have to get really creative if he's going to pass Itachii here. Oh, Lucalis has to get off the throttle. Lucalis had to get out of the throttle lead because he was in the gravel, and I think Lucalis might be about to fall out of DRS here.
Well, he quite very well will. Now, again,
no, he's fine.
I think Lucalis now might be taking that idea of, you know, as it stands, he's not quite as quick as Itachii now because Itachii has got the fresher tyres. Wow, he was very close to picking up another warning through there as well, but I think Lucalis might now just take a little bit of a step back and just let the race do its course. Because if Itachii picks up a time penalty, Lucalis goes to first.
He does.
Plain as simple as that.
Indeed. Again, he would not be happy. He wouldn't be unhappy. Look at this. Itachii and Tesco going side by side. Once again, Pace is going to be passed by the pair of them here. Itachii goes up to P1, Pace down to P3, but Tesco's going to fight this one down the inside. Says, get out there.
Wow.
Thank you very much. These two obviously have a lot of beef, don't they? Because of what happened in Jeddah. Pace has nowhere to go. So these two going side by side through Curva Grande. Itachii sticking around the outside. Tesco's going to have the inside line. Is Pace going to try and stick it around the outside? No, he breaks a little bit early. A lock-up from Itachii. Look at that. Pace clumsily over the curb there. And
it's making me worry a little bit for these drivers. I gotta be honest with you. It is making me worry.
Lap 25 of 27. Lucalis now has a car between him and Itachii, but Tesco and Itachii are leaving no love lost out on the track right now. If an incident happens between those two, my goodness me.
But this is the thing. These drivers now need to start using their brains for once.
I know.
And leave their pride at the door. The fact is, Tesco and Pace both have time penalties. Itachii is on the stroke of getting one. If he picks one up, Luke wins this race. It's as simple as that.
3-second time penalty indeed. Just 2 more laps to go at the flag. Lucalis has a bit of a mountain to climb here. A yellow flag in Sector 3 that says Skarma. Go all the way back down to bottom of the grid. Pace, look at that at the top of your picture. Pace goes down the inside of Tesco. Tesco with a little bit of pinching him at the apex says, you're not going all the way out there. Pace gets on the gravel, will lose the position to Itachii. Lucalis is going to maybe try and make this pass on Pace. He needs to for a chance to overtake Itachii. Skarma retiring in the pits. It's just not gone his way, but he will at least be classified in 12 and get the points for it as well. Lucalis does not make the move on Pace. Lap 26 of 27. Itachii, Tesco, Pace, they're pushing each other off the road. This is remarkable.
What is going on? This doesn't need to be the case. These drivers need to relax because the position on that grid doesn't mean anything as it stands. Tesco is finishing third, Pace is fourth. But this fight is not with Itachii. I don't know why he's involved. It doesn't make sense.
Put it this way, imagine if one of the Itachii picks up, or Luke picks up a time penalty going into a scarring of the final lap. I mean, that'd be remarkable, wouldn't it? So, this is it, the final lap. Tesco from Itachii, from Pace, from Lucalis. The time penalties mean it will be Itachii, Lucalis, and Tesco as it stands. Pace has a car between him and Tesco, who he needs to overtake for track position. Look at this. Pace on the battery. Itachii on the battery. Pace, is he going to follow Itachii to make the move on Tesco? They're 3 wide. As Pace, is he going to go down the inside of turn 1? Itachii with the
there's no room
lock-up.
through
There's
there.
not a lot of room there.
Wow.
A little bit, but Pace
and they go 3 wide again.
Out. Tesco is going to remake the pass, but look how close Lucalis is to Itachii. Itachii's in striking distance from the McLaren. The McLaren goes around the outside of the kick driver. Itachii's in trouble. Is he going to send it down the outside? Lucalis looks to squeeze him. Itachii with a little bit of contact. Lucalis is out ahead. Lucalis on track to win. Potentially there's one more DRS zone to go. Pace is ahead. ahead of Tesco, will finish ahead of him on track with the time penalties that they're carrying. Itachii, though, look how far away he is from Lucullus. Lucullus will get the DRS from them, but Itachii doesn't have a lot of battery. Lucullus, is he going to make the pass on Tesco to try and maintain his position? Nothing doing there. Itachii goes down the inside of a sky.
Wow.
He's
What
down
an
the inside.
autotake
Lucullus
that
is
is.
off. Lucullus is off the track. Look at that. Pace. Is he going to be able to defend from Tesco? Going down, K-Pax picks up a 3-second time penalty, so it's between him and Rob for who will finish on the track. Disaster at the end. Pace will round the final corner. Does Tesco have enough on the battery to overtake the VCAM driver? He will not.
No.
But Itachii will come home to win the second race in a row. Pace comes home in P2. Lucullus does not finish ahead of him on track. Rob will finish ahead of K-Pax in the end there. Kev will come home to P7, Musty to P8, but it was Itachii who won from Pace, from Lucullus, from Tesco. But Lucullus off. There was an incident. Itachii went down the inside of Ascari. Did he force him off? Oh, this race is not over yet, Lee. This race most certainly is not over yet. Oh, my throat hurts.
Wow. Just wow.
I tell you what, I want us both to give our opinions for driver today because I'm curious, but I want to put forth an argument for Pace. Gone on the grass, was seconds behind at one point, pitted late, came out behind the train, but when it mattered, he came out ahead of the drivers that he needed to. That was a brilliant comeback drive for Pace. Pole position, and did very, very well to recover for what will be a podium finish, regardless of what happens between Itachii and Lucullus. I don't know what your thoughts are, if you think any other driver is in with a shout.
No, I think I agree with you, to be honest with you. It was a fantastic race. Wow, I don't know what happened between Itachii and Lucullus, to be honest with you. As far as I could see, he was ahead. So whether Lucullus maybe had a bit of difficulty because he was starting to struggle on those tyres at the end, I don't know.
He was.
Only time will tell.
Itachii went for the overtake, and when I moved the camera over to Lucullus, Lucullus was on the curbs. So what happened there? My. But a hearty congratulations to our very own Pace. Brilliant drive from him to recover to where he did. So, Lucullus already mad in the general chat. So that one will... that one is definitely not over yet. But we have been, Elliot and Liam, thank you all.
Like meat, meat, right? Meat.
Just thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Right at the end.
Meat
there.
is good.
Thank you all for joining us right here for this track in Monza. That was a brilliant qualifying, a brilliant race. We will be back next weekend. What is it? The 4th for... no, we're not here in the 4th. We've actually got a week off. We've got a week off.
Wow.
Because we cancelled Miami. I think it's because of real life clashes. Because Miami is... Yes, that's right. So Miami Grand Prix is next week, and the real life race clashes with the P0. So we've got a week off next week, and then we will be back on the 11th for Interlagos, Brazil, which, I mean, Brazil always delivers, doesn't it?
It does. I don't like the track. Don't like it whatsoever.
Thank you all very, very much. Congratulations to Pace. So, yeah, we'll see you Sunday after next. Take care.